You're listening to the True Bull Podcast with Goonie and Nemo. You want to hear it now, you want to hear it live.
When people
And that's right.
Woo!
Hey, tape recorder, listen to this.
Welcome to episode 132 of the True Bull Virtual Cast
132.
with
All
Goonie and Nemo, brought to you by John Fest and the House of Hughes.
All right.
And recorded live at the Tactical Finish Nemosa Studios in beautiful Menchaca Heights, Texas. How's everybody doing today?
Well, I'm fine.
Awesome. Want to let everybody know that today's episode 132 is brought to you by Pirates.
Pilots. Yeah, pilots. All right.
No, Pirates.
I like pilots to fly around.
Pirates, with an R.
With an R? Like Rilets?
No, in the middle. Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, okay. Well, so where are you Buccaneers then?
They're under my bucking hat. Oh gosh. Okay, why don't we just change who's sponsoring the words now?
Dude, I don't know anybody who would sponsor this, but
Speaking of which, we do have a new sponsor.
Did we get a new sponsor?
Coming on board? Yep. J&T Mechanical is going to be coming online with us. We're going to be adding a monthly segment, maybe even a couple of times a month segment. We don't have the name for it yet. I have the name, I just haven't tweaked it right. Yeah, I'm still working.
What, the jingle?
Yeah, the jingle and the segment. But we'll have a segment for them.
Okay.
But they do.
I hope we add pirates to this commercial.
HVAC, heating, air conditioning, ventilation. They're based in the Cacahuate place, Floresville,
or there.
right? Yes. But if you need anything having to do with HVAC, heating, air in San Antonio, what are the chances you're going to need AC work? And for those 3 days when it freezes and the grid goes down, you're going to need some heat. As long as you've got yourself a nice generator.
Yes, sir.
Give them a call at 210-559-2848. John and Tracy Jones, talk to them for all your heating and air needs.
Tracy Jones, she's a firefighter.
Firefighter owned.
All right.
That's what we like to do.
Isn't John? I believe John was a firefighter in the Air Force.
John was a firefighter in John Jones, yes.
Right on.
So, for all your HVAC needs, give them a call. If you're needing some paint at your house, give John Fest a call at House of Hughes. You can get him at 210-884-8242. And if you're working on your house and you need somebody to put in a new shower, put in a new tub, put in a backsplash in the kitchen, or just basically any kind of construction that you need at your house, give the fine folks at Tactical Finish a call, 210-749-0165. And you can talk to Dallas Lama, Dally Menchaca, that's my nephew.
All right.
Also veteran-owned, and they get your stuff taken care of, and they give it a tactical finish, because if you want something started right, you got to finish it right. A lot of people start really well, and then they finish boom. Terrible.
Kind of like this podcast.
Kind of like Josh Primo.
Oh.
He started very well and kind of petered out, so to speak.
Oh, my goodness. I don't think you can say that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Peter out.
Also, if you want to become a pilot, apparently you got to go to Pittsburgh.
See? And this is why we're stuck right here between middle of the road podcast and holy crap, this podcast is the greatest thing ever.
So we need a primo podcast.
Wow. We're going to go balls out on this one.
Wow.
It's got a great episode. You misunderstood me. Misunderstood me.
Let's move along.
But did you hear what they said? The attorney has accused the Spurs of mishandling the team psychologist complaint on Primo. If anybody was mishandling anything, I think it was Primo.
You're probably right on that one. That one,
It's a good thing they got out ahead of it.
Did
they head out?
I will agree on all that. So let's move on. When is this $1.5 billion Powerball thing happening?
Third largest prize ever in the U.S. history.
Or did that pass? When is it?
Everybody keeps asking on the radio, on TV, internet, all their little podcasts. They're asking, what would you do if you won $1.5 billion First off, I would call the state and the federal government and tell them congratulations on winning 1.2 billion, and then I'd take my 300 million and I'd buy a Spurs, sports franchise,
All right.
and probably just run it into the ground. Did you realize that the government's going to get about 70 to 75% of it? So all this money that we're pouring into it, thinking that we're going to win it back, 70% is going to the government anyway.
Wow. I just want to buy socks.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of pirate hookers,
Yeah, it burned down.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Midnight Rodeo.
Oh, Midnight Rope.
That's what they call it. It burned down. It's gone. It is no more. It turns out it was a big deal.
To somebody. Yeah, I was going up and down the my Facebook feed, and it said, oh my gosh, all these people were doing like rest in peace and all this stuff, and
Right.
people were putting the sad emoji. The place closed like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
and I thought maybe somebody had passed away. It said San Antonio Institution has died forever, and I thought, oh my God, I hope it wasn't one of our icons or anything on the car dealerships, or Red McComb, something like that. I was afraid of something like that. And then I look in there and it's like Midnight Rodeo. I was like, really? You guys are freaking moment of silence for a bar?
We frequented that place quite a bit.
We
and
did, but but I'm not sitting there saying, oh my gosh, how are we ever going to get by? For the last 4 years you have. Funny thing was a case, one of our local news places had a story that said it looked like the place had been lived in, and then they said later on as it was coming down, they said it had a fully stocked bar. I was like, so anybody who's going to live in that place doesn't have a place of their own. So if they're living in that place, chances are they're kind of down on their luck. And if somebody had been living in it for more than a day or two, it would not have a fully stocked bar.
not if I was living in it.
Well, that is also true.
Fantastic.
So speaking of that, why don't we try something new? We are trying to work on some drinks.
Okay.
Because we're going to make an announcement on where we're going to be on Black Friday toward the middle of the show. But we're going to try something new, a new drink here. It's the Smirnoff Spicy Tamarind. And
All right.
we're going to mix that with some Republic grapefruit lime. It's a grapefruit lime mixer.
Okay.
You can make margaritas out of it, mimosas, like Arnold
And this
Palmer.
was from the fine people at Twin Liquors.
I tell you what.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to try that, and we're going to mix the two, the spicy tamarind and the grapefruit lime mixer.
Okay, so while Goonie is trying it, I'm going to talk about some politics. Let's see.
Oh, this is great.
Beto, well, that's not important. Okay, what happened?
Yeah.
Tastes pretty good.
Tastes really good. It's
Nice.
it's not too sweet
Okay.
because it's a mixer, so they're not making it too sweet. And that Smirnoff, as always, that spicy tamarind comes in, gives it that kick.
Beautiful.
Unbelievable.
Talk about that beautiful kick. What happened last night? Was there a world record or a history made last night?
Oh my gosh, yeah, they really kicked the Astros really kicked Philly in the in their Philly
In the Philly, yeah.
in their Phillies, yeah.
Wow.
First, it was the second no-hitter in World Series history, but the first one that was done by multiple pitchers. In the seventh inning, the pitcher had 96 pitches, and he no-hit the Phillies. They were up 5-0. So sometimes they'll leave the pitcher in there to try to get the whole no-hitter, by themselves. But the plan all along was it isn't about one guy trying to get a history.
I dig
It's
that.
about us trying to get a back into the World Series and winning it.
Right.
And so they brought in a relief pitcher. He went in no-hit. And it was a team effort. Like Astros have always been about team ball. They've never been about, well, we need a guy who hits 60 home runs. We need a guy who, one guy who can pitch. They've got so many good pitchers. But it was the first time multiple in the World Series, multiple pitchers had a no hitter. And this is the night after the Phillies hit 5 home runs off of Houston, and everybody in Philly is already getting their ring sizes fixed for their World Series championship. And Houston's like, oh, no. You're up 2-1. As soon as you get 4 wins, that's when you start sizing yourself for the ring.
Right on.
So now they won. It's tied up 2-2, and now it's not a 7-game series anymore.
There
now
you go.
It's a 3-game series now.
All right.
2 in Houston and 1 in Philly. So we just got to hold serve.
Well, Houston's got my vote.
They do, and all the people who are saying, "Oh, they're cheaters, they're this and they're that." I don't know where I fall into it because I'm not one of those baseball purists. I'm one of those guys who says if somebody hits a ball over the wall, it's kind of hard to do that. If they were on steroids, if somebody else is on steroids and they don't have the hand-eye coordination, guess what? They're not going to hit home runs.
Okay.
It can help you. It can enhance you. It's like saying, well, I don't sing, but when I get drunk, man, I'm a great singer. No, you're not. You're just too drunk to remember how bad you are.
Yeah, like all those people at karaoke.
You've got to have an inherent talent to do what they do, and I don't have that talent.
The local inherent.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take some steroids, and then I'm gonna make millions in the NFL. Mm-hmm. No, because
I'm gonna take St. John's Wort and get a job.
Wow.
All right.
That's also true.
All right.
So they're not sponsoring us. Chances are ever now.
Okay.
And so good luck to the Astros bringing it home.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is, tonight in Philadelphia,
Yes.
the Phillies are going to be playing the Houston Astros.
Yeah.
And on the NFL side, Thursday Night Football, Philadelphia Eagles are going to be playing the Houston Texans.
Is that right?
Yeah, and the guy
Is that
the guy on the TV this morning said, "Yeah, it's got to be the first time that's ever happened." And about 3 seconds later, the stat guy came up and said, "Oh no, it's only happened about 7 other times
This week.
Yeah, and so it's cool. Philadelphia and Houston, they're going to have a rivalry for about the next week.
Yes.
It's all going to
So
be
that's
done.
cute. That's real cute.
Because Philly's going to, the Eagles are going to say, "Well, we're 7-0. We beat Houston." Oh, right, the 1-6 Houston Texans. Ooh, you really beat them. Y'all did great. Why don't you size yourself for a ring after that one too?
Yes, sir.
And
Go
then-
Texans, Houston Oilers. Houston. Wait, what?
And then the Astros will go ahead and right the ship and take the lead and say, "You know what? We'll finish this at home, and we'll celebrate in front of our crowd.
Oh, it's going to be precious.
It's gonna be ugly."
Come on. So get out there and vote.
That's right.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna give myself the vote. Anybody got a sheep?
No.
Extra goat? Jimmy.
All I know is that I voted because, and everybody else should go and find that sign that says Voto Acqui.
What does that mean?
Voto Acqui, I believe, stands for pick a politician over yonder.
Oh,
That's exactly what that means in Spanish or Filipino.
ladies and gentlemen, bless the Glamp.
Thank you.
Bless the Glamp making a quick entrance here.
You're welcome.
You're gonna voto acqui.
Voto Acqui.
Is that the sign that you saw outside the voting station?
I've got the sign now.
Oh, did you get the little "I tried" sticker? I mean, the "I voted" sticker. And did you post it online and say, "Oh, look at me! I just
Question mark?
I just patted myself on the back. I just patted myself on the back. Look what I'm doing! Look what I'm doing!"
Well, you got to do your duty. You
Hey,
got to do your duty, just like.
I did my duty the other day too.
Let's not talk about that right now. The duty that everybody needs to have
Whoa.
is to adopt a family. Everybody out there supporting the military and the veterans.
We do.
The holiday is coming, so if you want to go to soldiersangels.com or .org, go and grab yourself a soldier and invite them over to Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
and let them chow down.
I tried grabbing a soldier once.
This is what I'm talking about.
Didn't end well.
I know it didn't.
I didn't know they teach them like that MMA stuff. He put me in like a rear naked choke, only because I was not wearing anything at the time.
He said he was dressing, not give me some dressing.
She, sir.
Oh my gosh.
She was very strong.
Okay.
Not like that drink we just made. It was super strong.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Woo. Speaking of which, we are going to be making and trying to create some drinks because at the end of the month, Black Friday, November 25th, the day after Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
the biggest shopping day, and now it's like online. I think they do it on Monday now.
Yeah.
But we are going to be having a party. We're going to be having a party. The band's going to play over at Steely, Nevada's
Which band?
Virtual Country.
Virtual Country.
We are going to be playing at Steely, Nevada's 9:30 to 1:30 on Black Friday, November 25th.
And that's out there on Bandera?
Bandera and Eckerd.
Okay.
Right there by Leon Valley.
Gotcha.
Just past, was that Huebner Road right
Yeah,
there?
the Huebner. It's the Huebner.
Huebner. So what we were trying to do, we're gonna not only try to raise money, we're also gonna try to get some new gifts, toys, presents for families who would otherwise not have a good Christmas.
Very cool.
We're gonna raise money and try to grab a whole bunch of presents.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tape recorder, if you can get in a car and make it over to Steely's with a toy,
That's right.
just think about it. This is not about us. This is about the Super Granny organization that, in the hopes that one day this thing is going to be so super huge.
Right. And it's a funny thing you say that because it's not about us. Super Granny used to donate to several different places. St. Jude. She even volunteered into her 90s. She volunteered at a children's shelter with abused children, and she took care of them, helped them, gave them money, and she gave her money and her time to so many different charities. And when she passed away right before last Thanksgiving, that money stopped going to those places. So what we wanted to do is twofold. We wanted to bring the family together,
right,
and also raise money and help not only fill that hole that she left when she went, but also make it even bigger impact locally, citywide, statewide, whatever it grows into. We don't know what it's going to grow into.
Right.
We just know that we want it to be 100 times bigger than she even thought, because she didn't really think she was doing anything. She was just doing what you're supposed to do, which is help other people.
Right on.
This woman who didn't get a lot of help from anybody else, but that never stopped her from helping other people. So we do it to keep her around, same way we do the Super Granny episodes. We do it to keep her around, because it's one of those three things. You pass away, that when you take your last breath. The second time you pass away, when they put you in the ground. And the third time you pass away is when they forget you and who you are. And so she's going to live forever, because we're going to make sure that she is always around. It's not about us. It's not about us puffing out our chests and saying, well, we raised $500 to do this. It's like, no, we came together as a family.
Right.
We kept her name together. And oh, by the way, we were able to help some families who needed it in her name, not in our name. Our name isn't going to go on the check. It's going to be the Super Granny organization.
Right on.
Because
so
it's her.
When you bring your toy and bring yourself to this event, leave your cameras and bring your hearts.
Exactly. You know, that's funny you say that, because everybody always says, oh, man, I'm sorry I missed the show. Do you have any pictures? Do you have any video? No. Why would I want to watch it through a camera? You're going to watch it through a camera if somebody else takes it.
Right on.
I want to watch it through my eyes. I want to watch it live, because I want to be there and be present. So be there, be present, bring a present. We normally don't ask for presents, but in this case, we're asking for presents and your presents. We're asking for both.
Just a toy drive. Come on.
Come on by, bring a toy, hang out, listen to some music. We're working on creating a couple of drinks in Super Granny's name.
What names do you have on the list?
Right now, we're looking for we were thinking Super Grenadine, and then we were thinking Super Greenie.
Okay. I like that one.
And we were also thinking making a bunch of different shots and selling them as a flight. You know how they have the flight? So we have like a super flight.
Super Granny shots?
Right, super shots.
Super shots.
Super shots and super flights. So if you buy one, it's a super shot. If you buy a whole bunch of them, it's a super flight.
Steely, if you're Mr. and Mrs. Steely, if y'all are listening to this,
Senor Nevada,
we would love for y'all to accommodate these drinks, if y'all would.
Well, we're trying to create them, and then we'll have them fine-tune it. And so hopefully once you show up and you donate your gift, we'll take you to the bar, and you can buy yourself a super shot or a super flight.
Bar? Like a black bar?
No, it's got like metallic things on it.
Oh, polar bar.
No, not bear. Bar, where you get your drink, where you get your drank.
Oh, and hang out with the pilots.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna have the flight. That's why we're gonna have flights.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're gonna have flights with the pirates.
All right.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, come on by on the 25th. We're going to do that. Go Spurs, go. Go away, Primo, go away. And
Legions, go away, Legions.
Go Astro. Where is your allegiance?
It's in my neck. I have a bandage on it right now, as a matter of fact.
Right. So you know, have you ever had a they tell you
I've had a lot of allegiance.
No, we were looking at I got a video the other day,
Ooh.
and it said how to grow your podcast, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You need to what was the first one it said? You needed to find your
You needed to find your shoes.
No. You need to find your audience, but you have some places have a.
It's called an itch.
Yeah, I've had an itch.
Yes, I've got one right here on my neck.
Yeah. Well, see, if you mix in some of that, what is it called? The that Blue Star ointment.
Mercurochrome. It doesn't help that itch at all.
Well, you got some calamine.
So we're
lotion?
ahead of the game because I found an itch.
Speaking of ahead of the game, Primo, go.
Spurs.
Go Spurs.
Go away from the
Pop.
Spurs.
See, last night they kind of returned to earth. Freaking Toronto beat the living bejesus out. I don't think they beat them like by 40 points.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Hopefully the tank is back on. I mean, hopefully we're still in the Benganizana.
Okay, yeah, him too.
That 8'4" guy.
So yeah, the puck tanks are all on their way.
When you got arms that long, you don't really have an itch you can't scratch. He can reach everywhere.
So find your niche.
Find your niche, scratch it,
and do what we do.
And do what we do. What do we do?
Absolutely nothing.
But we have a great time doing it.
Yeah.
So until next time, just want to let everybody know that. Wait. One last thing before.
No, not one last thing.
No.
Oh, here we go.
Anyway, I was just downstairs. Well, I had a couple extras. Whew. You left some of your liquor at the bottom, Hito. I was drinking some of that pinapple, pinnacle. I used to play pinnacle.
That's Pinnacle.
Oh, yes.
Super
I want to play pinnacle as well.
But
I was trying some of your whipped vodka, Hito. And you remember when you used to drink my vodka and I used to whip you? Well, now I thought maybe if somebody made some whipped vodka, it'd taste all right.
Grandma, we're trying to personify you as a loving woman.
I'm persona non fata. I ain't got no fat on me, and ain't got a lot of thin skin, and just in serio.
Super Granny, is that what you needed to say before we left?
Is that some Jameson as well?
Oh, my grandma.
And I wanted to say this and that. Oh, Jameson's been around since 1780.
Stop it.
Oh, I was in my teenage years. Those were the good old days.
Super Granny, send us out.
Did I ever tell you when I used to date that man? He was the president. What was it? George Washington.
He was a weatherman. His name was Judd Ashmore.
No. I tell you what, it was raining men. Ooh, Hito.
And you called him Buddy Ashmore.
Yes. Okay. He had a lot more than I did.
Wow.
Pero he was en serio. He was pretty. Pero I just want to let y'all know that if y'all show up on the 25th, you drink my drink and my shots. It's going to be pretty. We're going to have a great thing. I'll give you un besito. And let me have some more of that pinnacle.
This podcast has been brought to you.
No. This was episode 132 of the True Bull Retrocast with Timmy and Gregory. They're pretty, and they do it all over the place.
That's Nemo and Goonie.
Whatever. It's brought to the House of Hughes by John Hughes, and the Tactical Moza, and La Pirates, and it's all this. I don't know. Why are you giving me this paper? I don't read. Pero I just want to let you all know that it's brought to you by Super Granny, my organization, by Steely Nevada.
And JTN Mechanical.
And JT Mechanical, the Tracy and Jones, and then all of them. And you give them a call if you get too hot. And you get too cold, you give me a call. I got a warm blanket, en serio. And I got a stove, and we put some wood on there, some maderas.
Until next week.
Yes, we see you later, I guess.
Okay, bye-bye.
And that's right.